What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news on November 19, 2024, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you Assassinators need to know from the Ringside News article, starting off today with Speedball like Mike Bailey in an AEW debut hindered by an ongoing TNA contract. And some, very well intriguing news indeed with the questions of Mike Bailey debuting for AEW is in the air, and fans have been abuzz with speculation with Mike Bailey potentially debuting for AEW's upcoming Continental Classic. But we now have a clear picture of where things stand. According to Fightful Select, while Mike Bailey is indeed expected to join AEW, his current contract with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling adds some complications. Bailey's TNA deal is not officially over, despite him wrapping up his commitments at the Detroit tapings. Initially, reports suggested that Bailey's contract expired on November 1st, which had fueled the rumors of his immediate AEW debut. However, it has been confirmed that his contract is actually up at the end of the year, with Bailey able to emerge in discussions with outside companies as of November. This contract wrinkle means that unless specific allowances are made, Bailey would be unable to compete in the highly anticipated Continental Classic set to start on November 27, 2024, and wrap up at the World's End pay-per-view on December 28, 2024. The tournament already promises to be a must-watch with Bitchman Kazuchika Okada as the reigning defending Continental Champion, confirmed as a participant into the tournament. With all eyes on AEW's upcoming Continental Classic, the anticipation for Mike Bailey's debut continues to grow. While the contract situation might delay his grand entrance, fans are still holding out hope for a unexpected twist. AEW has a knack for surprises in wrestling. Speedball could be next in line to shake things up. Stay tuned to Ringside News for any updates. This storyline might just deliver a game-changing moment when fans at least expect it. And would you like to see Mike Bailey in AEW if these rumors are true about him, as soon as his contract expires in TNA? And do you think that it could expire sooner, or they could have everything finalized sooner than November 27th comes to the pass, so they can have everything ready for Mike Bailey to make his grand debut by competing in the Continental Classic? And do you think that be the one to dethrone the bitch man because it's got Okada, or do you think it's gonna be somebody else totally different? It could be him, how they did a tournament for the WWE Tag Team Championships when the Motor City Machine Guns left TNA. But that was the reason why they won the tag titles and they competed, because it was 6 months after when they left the company in the first place. So that makes sense, why they usually got into the match in WWE, even though if they weren't their contracts wasn't expired by TNA, I still think they would have made some kind of an appearance in some capacity. So yeah, it was win-win guaranteed situation for yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns, but not so much with what's his name, Speedball Mike Bailey. Just saying, not trying to talk trash onto him, but I think even if he doesn't compete on AEW's Continental Classic from the end of November to the beginning of December. I mean, the end of November to the end of December. I still think there's going to be big plans for him once he does make his long-awaited AEW debut. That's all I can say. Like for that matter, and maybe he could be the one to win the Continental Championship. Like right after right after the Continental Classic, and he can win the championship from the Rainmaker bitch man. Hopefully that's the case. But let's move on to the next slide. We got CM Punk lists The Rock like as a future big money opponent in his possible WWE future. CM Punk has been fortunate like enough to step in the ring with some of the best to ever lace up a pair of boots. Like, and he is back in WWE. Like, and looking forward to his future with the company. Where there any many possibilities like ahead of him. Like he also knows that you can never say never to a huge money match. And while speaking to Peter Rosenberg, like at Complex Con, CM Punk like was asked about who he would like to step in the ring with like next, and he has a lot of people on his list, including the final boss himself. Started off by listing a bunch of wrestlers who he would love to wrestle at home shows, house shows. Love to wrestle at house shows. Then he suggested that there were a few huge payday opportunities ahead of him at the main event level. The Second City Saint explains, like I'm like I'm counseling like with the fact that I'm not 30 years old. So when you ask me, shot I want to get in the ring with, like the list is pretty lengthy. I think Chad Gable is on the top of the list. I think Bronson Reed is on the top of that list as well. Kaiser is someone I see a lot in Gunther, and I selfishly talking about guys that I would like to wrestle at house shows. Then you talk about the money stuff, like you talk about the marquee stuff. You talk about what is the match you could see main eventing a pay per view. That's what gets my juices like floating. My juices floating. I think whenever myself and Roman Reigns are face to face on television, I think that's gonna be a moment that that table is set like for myself and Cody. You also never know like when the Rock is gonna be back. Peter Rosenberg then suggested that John Cena is a possibility since he is returning like for a retirement tour. There's big match, and CM Punk added there is a big match uh, with John too, which is a guy that I don't want to talk about because he's gonna do his own thing, and if I'm a part of that, then what a fortunate career I've had. Like, but John deserves everything he has in once. CM Punk had a great time at Complex Con, like as he is currently on a hiatus from WWE after his barn burner of a Hell in a Cell match, like against Drew McIntyre at Bad Blood 2024. We will have to wait and make sure when he makes his return to action. But there are a few people who he would love to wrestle next. We will have to see if John Cena has room for a match with the Chicago-made wrestler, like the good old days, on his retirement. There are only so many dates to fill, but Punk would be honored to get like one of those slots. That being said, The Rock's return could happen like at any moment, and Punk seems ready to make some money with the Great One. I do think we will be seeing a money match between the final boss and the Second City Saint. And do you also want to see him fight John Cena as well? And maybe he has a couple of receipts that he needs to return a favor to these two legendary megastars. That's both in Hollywood and in professional wrestling. And do you think that he will finally get some revenge on both men if or when he does get back in the squared circle with them? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. I think there's a chance. Like if there's a chance that he's gonna fight them, I think that he should be the one to win these two matches. Not to be selfish about CM Punk, but yeah, and he also named a couple of few new guys he haven't got a chance to wrestle with the likes of Chad Gable, Kaiser, Gunther. Well, he kind of technically did wrestle Gunther, but it was at a Royal Rumble match, not like a marquee one-on-one main event level match, which we could assume that he could fight him for the world heavyweight champion, and in fact, maybe he could be the one to dethrone Gunther for the world heavyweight champion. If not, someone like Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre, and then he can win the Royal Rumble and be on his way to a guaranteed shot at the main event of WrestleMania. But moving on forward, like you got what we have here, but leave a comment like what's your thoughts onto this, and do you want to see CM Punk do fight any of the names that he mentions? I mentioned on this list of things like what's his dream opponents, that's coming back from their working duties in Hollywood, and then the guys that are already currently working the full time on the roster. Yeah, just leave a comment of what's your thoughts onto the matter. But moving on, we got more news about CM Punk, but this time about his wife potentially returning to WWE, with him hinting at it of a WWE comeback. Again, it says AJ Lee has been out of the wrestling spotlight since her last match on Raw, following WrestleMania 31 in 2015. Despite her hiatus, the former Divas champion remains a beloved figure in the industry, not least because of her husband CM Punk, who continues to be a prominent star in WWE. Additionally, many current NXT superstars have cited AJ as an inspiration. And during a interview with Peter Rosenberg on the Cheap Heat podcast, CM Punk talked about the possibilities of AJ making a return. She's 100% super 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 sadist me super super sadist me, Punk reflects, or not Punk. I mean, when Punk stated and reflecting on the buzz surrounding potential wrestling comebacks. Everyone is talking about who is going to main event WrestleMania in question, who is going to enter the Royal Rumble in question. On top of that, who is going to come back in the question mark right beside it. And And he added, "I have my mine last year. I think like hers would be bigger than mine." When asked if Punk's return to WWE has influenced AJ's desire to come back, he acknowledged it might have, but with him adding, "Yeah, I would say it definitely did. It's more of a workload thing. Like for her, she is very busy. Like if she wraps up like some stuff that she's working on and she's has the time and she feels like dipping her toe like back in or jumping back like in the pool, like she'll let us know, while also trying to temper temper expectation, like that he added onto this in his answer that he gave to Rosenberg. But anyways, Punk expressed confidence that AJ would thrive like in today's wrestling environment, like in and he continued, "Her and I are similar in the regard that we're out of time. You could pluck us both off from where we started and put us in any kind of era. I definitely think she would thrive here. Like she thrived back then when the focus wasn't women. And this past week, every single television show we had opened with a women's match and main evented like with a women's match. Like you can't tell me like she wouldn't fit in there." It's been noted that top WWE stars like Bailey, Liv Morgan, Cora Jade, and even Roxanne Perez have all been pushing for AJ's return, adding to the excitement and speculation among fans. But would you be happy and excited and surprised if you did see AJ Lee does make it back into the squared circle though? Like whenever she does, whether if it could be the end of this year or even the beginning of next year, maybe it could be the Raw like on the Netflix premiere show. It could be even the Royal Rumble on February 1st on Saturday when they're at the what's that called the oil was that the oil stadium in Indianapolis? Yeah. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. Yeah, hello. Hello, James MB. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the SNA podcast. Yeah. And I hope you liked the video already and make sure to watch it to the very end for more intriguing wrestling news. But anyways, yeah, moving on like forward and oh, before I get into that, I want to ask you as well, like what are your thoughts on AJ Lee could possibly return, like Mr. James HB, like do you think that we could be seeing like AJ Lee could return like in any capacity like at the end of this year or it could be at the beginning of this year, like between like the premiere show of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, or maybe it could be the Royal Rumble, which that's going to be in February, on the very first day of February to be the exact. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But moving on forward, we got, dang it, never mind. Let's see. Okay, we're back here again. We got Netflix slammed with a class action lawsuit over a glitchy Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight stream. And yeah, we got some Netflix news, like indeed, but not in the wrestling side of the pond, but more rather in the boxing side, because it's talking about from the live stream broadcast of the boxing fight between the iron knocker, I guess you could call him, and the brother of the very famous YouTuber slash WWE star between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, because Netflix is broadcast like of the much anticipated Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul boxing match is now at the center of a legal storm. Like According to TMZ, Ronald Blue Denton filed a class action lawsuit against the streaming giant in Florida on a Monday, just days after countless viewers experienced severe streaming issues during the fight, which saw Jake Paul defeated Iron Mike Tyson. But yeah, while speaking to TMZ Sports, Blue Denton filed a class action lawsuit against the streaming giant in Florida on Monday. Wait, what? Yeah, already read all this, but yeah, he yeah, it's been documented. Court documents reveal that Denton claims he and thousands of others tuned in around 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday. They were met with legendary problems, including no access, streaming, uh, relentless buffering. The complaints were echoed across social media with users flooding X went to, vent their frustration. Even Barstool like even Barstool Sports Dave Portnoy shared a video highlighting his own streaming hole. And you can see it right here on him posting this on X, for yourself.
Can't be good. Kind of makes me feel good because we'd fuck something up like this, but I had more respect for Netflix, to be honest. What? Oh, answer 2 questions, help understand your issue. Okay. I think the questions are: you guys have never done a live boxing event. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Are other people using the internet to watch videos? No. Can your other device connect to Netflix on your internet? Yeah. See, the thing is, I can watch anything but this fight. I'm not going to unplug the TV. I'll never get it back on. I'm not going to wait 30 seconds. I'm not doing all that shit. Just get it back. I'm not unplugging the TV. The whole thing will fall off the wall.
And yeah, and did the same for you. I believe it did that to all everybody, and that was watching the Mike Tyson and the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Yeah, that's I should say. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down. But I believe it did that to everybody. It even did that to us. When we watched the Mike Tyson and the Jake Paul fight. And this is where it was even driving my own brother crazy. What's the point of putting this on? And what's the point of even doing this fight if no one's not gonna be having the problem? If everybody's gonna be having this exact same problem with the stream, with them not streaming it onto this specific service, that it was the main streaming platform to host this fight with. Yeah, but this yeah. Which that was very irritating, to be complete honest. But besides all the glitches, I want to ask you, what was your thoughts on Jake Paul winning? Did you root for the one half of the Paul brothers? And do you think that, and you knew that he was going to win this fight against Tyson, or do you thought it was going to be the Iron Fist, I should say, was chance of beating the Paul brother YouTuber, I should say? Let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. Like I'll say it probably was it was like, which we all thought it was going to be Mike Tyson because of him having years of experience. He still keep going even at his older age of 50 because like age is not the issue when it comes to of doing something that you love the most. Like especially if it's in your career, like anything is possible if you have that mindset for it. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. Hopefully, like if Netflix hosted another big boxing event, let's hope that they have everything prepared and be, and there will be no buffering, no glitches, and everything will be all prepared for a live broadcast stream. And I hope that they'll be ready for WWE because that's my main concern. Because what if I start watching Monday Night Raw on Netflix? Like that means that it's gonna be doing the same onto that streaming platform. It's very scary. Yeah, I'll say. Like, yeah, you never know. Like anything can happen. Like, never rule out anything. But now, like all eyes are on how Netflix will respond, like to this legal challenge, like and whether it will take steps, like to ensure smoother streaming, like experiences in the future. Like as the drama like unfolds, like Netflix is sure to face more skate scrutiny over its streaming mishaps, like and how it plans to address them, like moving forward, like with thousands of frustrated fans and a class action lawsuit now like in the mix. It's clear that the fallout like from the fight is far from over. Stay tuned because like this showdown might just move from the ring to the courtroom. And who's gonna win this lawsuit? Do you think it's gonna be Mr. Because everybody could agree like this was Netflix's negligence. So they were responsible to make sure that there was not going to be no glitches, no buffering or loading, and that was pretty much was doing the majority of the night. Like even in the lower card boxing matches, like and we even had. And our family had a couple of witnesses because they were doing the same thing. They were streaming right on Netflix, like for the Tyson and Paul fight, but it was keep buffering and loading and glitching in and out. Like it was no point of even trying to tune in into the fight. But let me know about this in the comments. Like, do you think we could be seeing a rematch down the line, and maybe this time we could see Netflix finally fixing everything and promising that it's not gonna have some with that loading and glitching issues. But next up, we got another huge announcement from All Elite Wrestling of Hammerstein ballroom debut, and packed in 2025 event lineup. All Elite Wrestling just dropped a packed schedule for the end of 2024 and the start of 2025, featuring big debuts and must see events. Like on November 19th, 2024, as of today, AEW revealed that it's heading to New York City, iconic Hammerstein Ballroom, like for three back-to-back nights from December 20th to 22, the 20th to the 22nd, and making its first ever appearance at Los Angeles' Crypto.com arena for AEW Revolution on March 9th, kicking off 2025 with a bang. Like AEW will host a special dynamite fight for the fallen, in Asheville, North Carolina, on July 1st or January 1st. Where the July even came from? moment. Hello, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I got it. Sorry about that. I'm here, yeah. I was trying to put it on speaker. I understand why you would be so slow. But yeah, I'm really,